At the story's start, we see Finist, a powerful man, and his disciple Andy. They're hunting a massive wild boar in the forest that's been destroying villagers' crops. The locals are fed up with the beast. Finist, fearless even facing this dangerous animal, tells Andy, "Everyone sees me as a hero. If I can't catch this pig, what'll happen to my reputation?" He raised the weapon and attacked the boar. But these small attacks did not affect the boar at all. Then Andy also attacked this boar with his weapon to help him. But his weapon went into the pig's nose and he woke up from sleep. Now the boar got angry and rushed towards Andy. But then the Finist came in front of him to stop him. He tried his best, but could not stop this powerful animal. With a little bit of force, the boar flew the Finist into the air, and finally he came down and fell on the pig. To control this boar, Andy threw a rope towards the Finist. As soon as the Finist grabbed the rope, this pig started flying in the air. The Finist tied the rope to both the wings of this pig and its horn, due to which the pig came under the control of the Finist, and the Finist started flying it according to his own. Soon he took it to the village. When the villagers saw that even such a big animal was being danced to the Finist at his behest, then everyone. They started cheering his name. Among these people there is also a sorceress named Baba Yaga. He told the Finist that if you are so powerful, then prove it. A big stone in front of his house is stopping the water, so he challenged the Finist to remove the stone from there. Finist said that I have faced a lot of big troubles and the sorceress has given him this small challenge. He started telling stories of his bravery. Yaka said that I am not going to believe until I see with my own eyes. Now everyone laughed after hearing this. Finist went home angrily. He was very angry with his boss, because now instead of praising his bravery, people are making fun of him. Now he wanted to prove his strength in front of everyone, so that people started praising him again. Andy advised that there was a way to do this. The tower ahead is believed to hold a beautiful princess, imprisoned by a demon. If you slay the demon and free the princess, your name will be known throughout the world. Finist decided he would definitely fight this demon. As night fell, Finist and Andy headed towards the tower. Upon arriving, he saw that other warriors had come to defeat the demon, but not for fame. They wanted to save and marry the princess. They asked Finist who would get the princess if they defeated the demon together. Finist replied, "I don't want the princess. I've only come to make a name for myself." Finist told Andy privately that he wanted to kill the demon alone, so he wouldn't wait until morning. With that, he snuck into the tower through a window. Inside, Finist met the beautiful princess who asked, "Have you also come to die?" Finist said, "I've come to save you." The girl ran inside. Finist grabbed her hand to stop her. She freed her hand and hid behind a pillar. A snake attacked Finist from behind. Finist fought the snake. Realizing it was the monster's tail, he attacked fiercely. But when that failed, he grabbed its mouth. As he tried to rip it open, the snake spat in his eyes, blinding him. Undeterred, Finist found his weapon by feeling with his foot and attacked again. But the monster vanished. Finist's attacks were so fierce, the tower began to crumble. The noise of the collapsing tower woke all the warriors. They approached the debris falling from the tower. The warriors saw neither princess nor monster. Only Finist was visible, slowly rising from under the rubble. Andy, seeing Finist had lost his eyes, took him home. Finist was furious about losing his eyesight. He became irritable. Andy, unable to bear this, sought Baba Yaga's help. He explained Finist's situation, but Baba Yaga refused, recalling when Finist didn't help her in need. Learning this, Finist became deeply saddened. Time went on like this, and now Andy had also stopped coming to Finist. He struggled to do all his work, going out to buy food and drink, but the children would steal his fruits. Now his money was also running out. One day, Andy came to Finist's house angrily and told him he had no work for Andy, so he should find something else to do. Hearing this, Andy left. As time passed, all of Finist's money was gone. The day came when Finist started eating rotten fruits from the market. One day, when he couldn't even get a rotten fruit, he sat in the market with his basket. Baba Yaga was passing by and saw Finist, so she put some food from her basket into Finist's. Before they could talk further, some robbers attacked the village and started killing the villagers. Finist couldn't see, but he could hear clearly how people were dying and suffering. As the robbers approached him, he heard them and fought back, seeing nothing. Despite being outnumbered, he fought 2 or 3 bandits using only sound cues. Another bandit threw a rope at Finist, but he grabbed it and pulled the bandit off his horse. He then dragged the bandit towards him and beat him up thoroughly. But some bandits attacked him from behind, and he fell unconscious. When he came to, he was on a ship with his neck and hands tied to a wooden post. Baba Yaga and many villagers were also on this ship. Then we saw Andy was there too. Roaming freely on the ship, Baba Yaga asked, "How are you moving around freely?" He replied, "I've convinced the bandits I'm on their side and will help them." He also said he'd keep an eye on the villagers for the bandits. Andy had a golden lamp he'd stolen from the bandits. He said he'd make a lot of money by selling this lamp. As Andy rubbed the lamp to clean it, a genie emerged from inside. Everyone was terrified. Even Andy ducked down at the commotion. A bandit came up, but the genie killed him and went upstairs. When Jin asked Andy his wish, Andy said, "Go back to the lamp." So Jin returned to the lamp. A thief appeared and held a sword to Andy's throat, took back the lamp. Soon, the ship reached Arabia. The villagers were lined up to be sold as slaves. A masked man came and bought Finis, Baba Yaga and Andy. He took them to his palace. Upon arrival, everyone was amazed by its size. Robots were working there, despite it being ancient times. The man removed his mask and said, "Don't be surprised. I'm a scientist who made these robots." He explained he created many machines to help humans. Finis shared how he was once a mighty warrior, but after going blind, his life became miserable. The scientist said he'd heard of Finis and Baba Yaga. This man buys slaves to set them free. When it was mealtime, the scientist ordered food from his robot. Everyone was very impressed seeing this. They thought it was magic. But the scientist explained it wasn't. "I've been working on these for 500 years. Yaga was shocked and asked, "How are you so young at 500? The scientist said he made a chemical for eternal youth. He then took them to show his lab. There, Finis asked how he made the chemical, and if drinking it could restore my eyesight. The scientist said that wouldn't work, but he had something else. He gave Finis glasses that let him see everything again. The scientist believed science could create any miracle, and that those using magic harm the world. He made a machine to eliminate these harmful things. To prove his point, he took out the lamp which he bought it from thieves. Yaga warned it could be dangerous. But the scientist didn't stop. He rubbed the lamp, and a genie emerged. He started his machine, which sucked the genie inside. Afterwards, he proudly declared, "See, my invention has eliminated the genie." That night, the scientist learned that a monster on a nearby hill was harming ordinary people. The scientist vowed to capture it. When Finis heard about this, he learned the monster had a lion's mouth and a snake's tail. Finis instantly realized it was the same monster that had blinded him. Finis told the scientist, "I'll go too. I must avenge that monster." But the scientist didn't want to risk his life. Finis replied, "You've helped me, so I'll help you too." The scientist gave Finis a gadget that would trap the monster if placed near it. At night, Baba Yaga snuck into the lab seeking the youth potion. But the scientist caught her. He said, "Bring the monster, and I'll give you some of the potion." The next day, the scientist showed them his spaceship for quick travel. He taught them how to operate it. Before leaving, the scientist stressed, "I need the monster alive." The scientist had also upgraded Finis's weapon. It now had a button that could do what a regular weapon couldn't. Unable to do it, now they started their journey by sitting in that flying saucer, and soon these people reached the hill where the monster is. After searching for a long time, finally the Finis found the footprints of that monster. Those marks were going inside a cave. The finisher put the scientist's machine outside this cave. Finis knew that he did not have to kill the monster, only imprison. So he went inside very comfortably and challenged the monster with his weapon. And then he came out. As soon as he came out, his head hit a tree, due to which he fell unconscious on the spot. The monster also came out of the cave. Before the monster did some damage to the finisher, Baba Yaga quickly activated that machine. A lot of chains came out from inside that machine and dragged the monster inside. Then Yaga pressed the lever again and the machine stopped. In a short time, the finisher also regained consciousness, and now they all started traveling back together. The journey was very long, so these people started resting in the middle of the road at night. At night, the Finis heard the voice of a girl from the cage. He started to open the cage. Baba Yaga stopped him from doing this, but he did not stop. When the cage opened, there was the same princess inside who was found by the Finis inside the tower. Baba Yaga said that this means this princess is the monster. Yaga said that it can be very dangerous to take it out. But Finished was not ready to listen to him because his heart was on the princess. As soon as Finished reached out to the prince, Baba Yaga pushed him and closed the cage. The princess told that I did not hold your hand because there is a curse on me. If any man touches her, she will turn into a monster. The princess said, I'm not evil. I don't harm anyone unless provoked. I live alone in these mountains to avoid hurting others. Yet, people won't even let me be here in peace. After this, we saw the scientist stole a farmer's cat. The farmer begged, saying the cat only helps, not harms. At night, the cat emitted light, illuminating the area. But the scientist ignored the farmer and put the cat under his machine. This machine extracts magical powers from anything. It pulled the cat's magic and turned it into a chemical, which the scientist locked away. He had collected many such chemicals before. Meanwhile, the princess and Finished fell in love. Baba Yaga and Andy captured them to take to the scientist. At the palace, they watched from afar as the scientist extracted magic from a bird and put it in his robots. This meant the robots ran on magic, not science. Baba Yaga confronted him angrily, calling him a liar and accusing him of using magic from killed animals to extend his life. The scientist, enraged, threatened that anyone who learns his truth won't survive. Baba Yaga and Andy fled, freeing Finished and the princess, knowing the scientist would harm her too. The princess revealed she knew the scientist. He had been pursuing her for a long time. Just then, the scientist arrived there, gathered all his robots to prevent escape, and started draining the princess's magic with his machine. Phineas tried to save her, but tied up, he could only grab her hand, turning her into a monster. Transformed, the princess broke free and fled. Baba Yaga and Finished escaped too, but the scientist's men gave chase. Baba Yaga used magic, throwing seeds that became watermelons to slow their pursuers. The scientist deployed his large robot. He couldn't let Finished and Baba Yaga go. As they knew his secret, Andy told the scientist they had plenty of magical chemicals, but the scientist wouldn't listen. The giant turtle robot's emergence destroyed the palace. Now, the scientist pursued Finished and Yaga in his robot, with Andy. As he rained cannonballs on them, Finished said to Yaga, "You distract it while I climb on top and try to flip it over. Once this big turtle's upside down, it won't be able to right itself." When the robot approached Yaga, its machine began draining her magic, making her appear elderly. Finished felt sorry, but while distracting the scientist, he climbed onto the turtle. The scientist spread the turtle's arms to throw Finished off. Finished didn't fall, but his glasses did. Now he couldn't see. Baba Yaga saw this and started guiding Finished on how to fight and where to. Just then, the princess-turned-monster arrived. Go. The scientist was frightened at the sight. Finished chained the turtle's neck and began flipping it, causing the magic chemicals inside to spill out. The scientist tried to escape with his magic wings, but the magical wings didn't work, and he fell to death in that magical chemical below. While the finisher was also exhausted and fainted now, the princess dropped him there. She started crying because she was afraid that something might happen to her. She didn't go. She fell in love with the Finished with all her heart. As soon as when the tears fell in Finished's eyes, he suddenly came to his senses. Her gaze had returned, as the finisher expressed her love for him, and also promised to always be with the princess. But the princess said that I can't live with you because of my curse. Finished became depressed and returned to the village with the rest of his comrades, but he was still lost in the memory of the princess. When Baba Yaga grew up again looking for a way to be, she also found a way to break the princess's curse. She happily went to Finished and gave him the good news. He told her, "This curse has been deliberately given to the princess. It is not her fault, and now their next task will be to cut the princess's curse." But the next part of this movie will be shown, which has not yet arrived, the video. Subscribe to the channel and get 1 million quick, please get it done.